You know, when it comes to a very famous detective writer, we will definitely think about Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, which was famous for writing books relating to like some kind of as famous as him, which named Sherlock Holmes, a very clever detective. And this one is the kind of the fifth part of the series, the MUSGRAVE ritual, which talk about a mystery relating to Holmes, kind of Holmes' classmates. This one was kind of a story which Holmes told Dr. Watson and told him to write it down. So about like when Holmes was just only a student studying in a university, he met Musgrave, and this man was have a very big family, and also he's really rich. But however, after 2 years of like no calls and no contact, Holmes just meet his classmate once, and also he just asked Holmes to solve a mystery. So that man, Musgrave, so I will call him Mr. Musgrave, just told that like in their house, because this house is really huge, so like there are so many people who have the work as like taking care of the owner of that house, which who was him. And there is a man called Brunton, who is kind of a worker in that house. But like in at a night, when Musgrave like couldn't go to sleep, so he just went back to the library, and inside that room he found out that like Brunton is reading a paper relating to a kind of not really important but kind of annoying ceremony that any people in the Musgrave family have to take each year. Mr. Musgrave just said that it means nothing, but we all have to did it. And in that piece of paper, Brunton is kind of checks the answers for several questions available in the ceremony, and then like after being carved, Brunton like just cried and asked for working like for a week before giving up his job. And by then, Holmes just told Musgrave that maybe Brunton is a lot more clever than 10 generation of his employer. So it means that this guy Brunton must have some secret that relating to some treasure or some things which are located in his employer's house. And actually it is like after following the guidance of Brunton left, Holmes and Musgrave just found out a secret relating to even the royal family of friends. So about many years ago, about in the 17th century, so King Charles I, the first Charles had to leave France and went somewhere else. So to save all of his treasure and his money, he just like gave it to people in the Musgrave family. Unfortunately, when King Charles I and his son Charles II returned to France, Musgrave family have been immigrated to England, and also the man who who was responsible for protecting those treasure have already died, and his son and even his grandson have no idea about what they are keeping, and even the royal family of France doesn't find out about that family anymore. And maybe in some way Brunton just found out about this secret, and he just asked for 1 week to kind of get the treasure. However, when he lifted the stone to go inside, his mate, who is also his teammates, because really hate him, so she just left him under the cellar, and actually he was left hungry and thirsty, and maybe then he just died. And actually Holmes, after solving these mysteries, still said that it is really he is a really clever man, and it is really surprised to me that this book ended like that. I mean, nearly all of the books written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle have a very surprising kind of ending, and we nearly cannot expect what what things will happen next. And it is like a very fascinating feeling when I enjoy this book. And I think, although I am not a people who have a keen interest in reading detective books, I think Sherlock Holmes is a kind of a series which I highly recommend for people, or even for the adolescents around my age, to read and to enjoy.